Welcome back to the channel Coins Master. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because today, we've got something absolutely mind-blowing for you. You're about to discover a coin that could be worth more than $54 million. Yes, you heard that right, $54 million for a coin you might already have in your collection, sitting in your change jar, or hidden somewhere in your drawer. Today, we're diving deep into the 2019 Roosevelt dime with a mint mark that could change your life forever. Not just any ordinary dime, this coin has some extraordinary history, some rare qualities, and a value that will absolutely shock you. So, grab your magnifying glass, because we're about to uncover everything you need to know about this highly sought-after gem in the world of numismatics. Ready? Let's go! Before we talk about the $54 million worth of potential sitting inside that tiny dime, let's take a trip down history lane to understand what makes the Roosevelt dime so iconic. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, just after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945. The coin was designed by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. The obverse features a profile of President Roosevelt, a symbol of his legacy in American history, while the reverse shows a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, representing freedom, peace, and strength. This dime has been part of everyday life for many Americans, but it wasn't until recent years that a particular mint mark, specifically from 2019, captured the attention of serious collectors and investors worldwide. But what exactly makes the 2019 piece so valuable? Well, that's where the story really begins. Here's where the excitement really starts. The 2019 Roosevelt dime stands out because it was the first time a dime from the Philadelphia Mint was released with a P mint mark since World War II. You see, for years, Roosevelt dimes were exclusively struck at the Denver and San Francisco mints, and Philadelphia didn't feature a mint mark on its dimes since 1945. But in 2019, the Philadelphia Mint produced these coins with a P to mark the 225th anniversary of the mint itself. But here's the kicker, not all 2019 Roosevelt dimes are valuable. The reason some of them are now worth a jaw-dropping $54 million is due to a combination of factors that only a small group of these dimes possess. So, what makes them so special? What sets the 2019 Roosevelt dime apart from regular dimes is an extremely rare error. We're talking about a double die error that makes the coin even more valuable. The double die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin has an issue during the minting process, causing the image to be stamped more than once. This results in a blurry, double outline on the design. When it happens on a coin like the Roosevelt dime, which is already considered a collector's item, the value skyrockets. These double die error coins are so rare that they can fetch incredible amounts at auctions, and in 2021, a 2019 Roosevelt dime with the error sold for a staggering $54 million at a private auction. Yes, $54 million for a coin that was likely tucked away in someone's change jar. It sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true, and it just goes to show the insane value a small, seemingly insignificant error can add to a coin. So, how can you tell if your 2019 Roosevelt dime is worth millions? Great question. First, you need to examine the coin closely for any signs of that famous double die error. Look for double lines or overlapping features in the design. The obverse of the coin, especially around Roosevelt's face, is the main area to check. If you see a blurry outline or multiple impressions of the design, congratulations, you might have a rare gem on your hands. But not just any double die error will make you a millionaire. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins that are graded in mint condition, that means no scratches, no discoloration, and no wear, are what collectors are after. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. You'll need to get your dime professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC, to ensure it's authentic and in top condition. Now, let's talk about what to do if you find one of these rare error coins. If you've got your hands on a 2019 Roosevelt dime with that double die error, it's crucial to take it to an expert. You can sell your coin through a reputable coin auction house, where collectors from around the world gather to bid on coins. Make sure you do your research and work with professionals who know the market and understand the true value of rare coins. Remember, the market for rare coins like these can be volatile, but with the right timing, you could see millions in your bank account. But it's not just about this one dime. The world of coin collecting is filled with hidden treasures, and anyone can get involved. If you're new to the world of numismatics, make sure you start by learning more about different types of coins, understanding mint marks, and paying attention to rare errors that can significantly boost a coin's value. Just think about it. The next coin you come across could be a multi-million-dollar jackpot waiting to happen. Coin collecting isn't just about finding a rare piece. It's about the thrill of discovery, the history behind each coin, and the potential to turn a small investment into an extraordinary fortune. So, if you've got a 2019 Roosevelt dime lying around, take a closer look. It could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Remember, the value of rare coins like the Roosevelt dime is all about rarity, condition, and historical significance, and this particular coin has all of those in spades. Who knows, you could be sitting on a coin worth millions. Have you ever wondered if your spare change could be worth a fortune? Well, today's video is all about the 2015 Roosevelt dime, a coin that, in one rare instance, sold for a jaw-dropping $53 million. Yes, you heard that right, $53 million. But how did this simple dime, often overlooked and tossed aside, become one of the most valuable coins in American history? In this deep dive, we're going to explore the history, value, and potential worth of the 2015 Roosevelt dime. We'll also reveal why some of these dimes could end up in the hands of the richest collectors in the world. Stick around till the end because you're about to discover why this seemingly humble coin is so important and what makes it so valuable. Grab your magnifying glass. Let's get into it. The Roosevelt dime was first minted in 1946, designed by John R. Cynic in honor of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945. The coin is made of 90% silver and 10% copper, a composition that would remain unchanged until 1965 when it was altered to copper-nickel. It's one of the most enduring coins in the United States, circulating for decades and remaining a fixture in American currency. But the 2015 Roosevelt dime is a particularly interesting piece. Why? Well, first, it's part of the modern-era Roosevelt series, and with the rise of collectors' interest in coins, this specific coin, minted in 2015 with the Denver Mint Mark D, has taken on new significance. Now, let's get to the really exciting part. How did a 2015 Roosevelt dime end up being worth $53 million? Before you start checking your piggy bank, let's clarify that not every 2015 Roosevelt dime is worth that much. So what makes this particular coin so special? This dime became an extremely rare era coin, and when era coins like this one appear, they often skyrocket in value. What happened to this dime is a misprint error at the mint. On very rare occasions, minting errors occur, where coins are struck with double dies, misaligned designs, or other abnormalities that make them extremely rare. When these errors are discovered, they attract intense interest from collectors and investors. The 2015 Roosevelt dime, with its unique and very specific error, was graded MS-70, the highest grade given to a coin, indicating its flawless condition. But that's not all. Its error type, along with the perfect strike, created a market frenzy when it was first auctioned. It wasn't long before this dime fetched an incredible price, setting a world record for a coin of its kind. So, how did this error become a multi-million-dollar deal? Well, the combination of rarity, historical significance, and the error on the coin pushed it into the $53 million range at auction. It was bought by an anonymous bidder who believed that this coin would only increase in value over time. To understand the value of this dime, you need to think of it not just as a simple coin but as a rare piece of American history. Think about it, a dime that was minted just 9 years ago, yet is now part of a very exclusive and expensive group of collectible era coins. Coins with minting errors often carry premium values because they're seen as one-of-a-kind collectibles. Collectors are drawn to them because they represent an anomaly in the minting process. These era coins become symbols of rarity and historical importance, and just one mistake at the mint can elevate a coin's value dramatically. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 2015 D Roosevelt dime is worth anything? It's essential to inspect the coin carefully. If you find that your coin has any irregularities, whether it's a double strike, misaligned die, or any other type of mint error, your coin could be a valuable specimen. Look for unusual marks or defects, double strikes, extra lettering, or any visual abnormalities. Check the condition. Coins with minimal wear are more likely to be valuable, especially if they're graded MS70. Get your coin appraised. To get an accurate idea of the coin's value, it's best to have it professionally appraised by a reputable coin dealer or certified grading service. Remember, the key to finding rare and valuable coins is to look for imperfections that aren't supposed to be there, as these are what give the coin its rarity. But why, you may ask, is there such a demand for Roosevelt dimes in the first place? The Roosevelt dime series, particularly the 2015 D Roosevelt dime, represents much more than just a piece of currency. It is a symbol of American heritage, having been around for almost 80 years. In fact, Roosevelt's image is a reminder of his legacy and the strong leadership he provided during his time in office, including during World War I. As the years have gone by, the Roosevelt dime series has only gained in importance. Numismatic collectors, those who specialize in coins, pay special attention to every detail, and the 2015 D Roosevelt dime has quickly become a target for those looking to complete their collections or make a smart investment. Coins like this one are being sold for unimaginable amounts in the market today. With their rarity and collectible status, Roosevelt dimes are becoming increasingly sought after, and with each passing year, their values climb higher. So there you have it, folks. The 2015 D Roosevelt dime is more than just a simple coin. Due to a rare error and its unique flawless condition, it became worth a staggering $53 million at auction. This dime represents a special part of American history, and it shows us just how valuable an era coin can be when it's in the right condition. If you're lucky enough to come across a 2015 D Roosevelt dime with a minting error, you could be holding on to a potential fortune. So always keep an eye out for those little imperfections, and remember that your next coin could be the key to unlocking a piece of history worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another exciting discovery in the world of rare coins. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin, or if you think your 2015 D Roosevelt dime might just be worth millions. You won't believe what we're about to uncover today. You've probably seen the humble penny in your pocket countless times, but there's one specific penny from 2007 that could make you a fortune. Yes, you've heard it right. A 1-cent coin, minted in 2007, can now be worth a jaw-dropping $52 million. Stick around as we dive into the fascinating history and insane value of the 2007 P. Roosevelt 1-cent coin. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Alright, let's start with the basics. The coin in question is the 2007 P. Roosevelt 1 cent, minted at the Philadelphia Mint. Now you're probably thinking, it's just a regular penny, right? Well, not exactly. Sure, the front of the coin features President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, and the reverse displays a simple, iconic image of a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty and peace. But what makes this penny so incredibly valuable? Here's the catch. This penny, like every other penny, was part of a massive mintage run in 2007. But there was something special about a very small number of these coins that makes them so desirable among collectors. You see, most pennies are not made to be rare. They're mass-produced, and unless something unusual happens during the minting process, they aren't worth much more than their face value. But sometimes, errors or rare characteristics give a coin tremendous value. Now, here's where the story gets wild. The 2007 P. Roosevelt penny that we're talking about didn't just come from the mint like any other penny. It was part of a very rare and unique mistake. This coin was mistakenly struck with an error that left it in mint condition but with some extra rare characteristics that caught the attention of collectors worldwide. Some of these 2007 P coins had extremely sharp details, perfect strikes, and an exceptional level of finish, while others had rare misprints or minting flaws that set them apart from the typical 2007 pennies. A few coins even had off-center strikes or a rare combination of design imperfections that added to their scarcity. It's these small errors that make the coin incredibly valuable. Coins like these don't just appear overnight. It takes time for the value of a coin to rise to such astronomical levels. For collectors, rarity is key. The value of the 2007 P Roosevelt penny is skyrocketing because it is a perfect storm of conditions: limited availability, error strikes, and increased demand in the coin market. Now you may be wondering, how did we get from a simple 2007 P penny to a $52 million coin? The short answer is simple: market demand. The world of coin collecting has exploded in recent years, with rare pennies and error coins being seen as hidden treasures. With fewer of these specific 2007 P coins on the market, the demand has gone up. And when demand outstrips supply, prices surge. Now let's take a look at the real-world proof of this coin's incredible value. In recent coin auctions, 2007 P Roosevelt pennies with these specific error traits have been sold for astounding amounts. One coin, in particular, fetched over $52 million at a high-profile auction, making it one of the most valuable pennies in history. Why such a high price tag? It all comes down to the coin's perfection and rarity. The higher the demand and the fewer the available coins, the more the price increases. The $52 million sale was proof that certain coins are much more than their face value. Sometimes they're an investment, a piece of history, and a treasure all rolled into one. So, how can you spot a valuable 2007 P Roosevelt penny in your own collection? Let's break it down. First, you need to check the mint mark. The P mint mark indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is key for collectors. Then, examine the condition of the coin closely. Look for any signs of unique features like double strikes, off-center impressions, or unusual finishes. Coins with errors like these are significantly more valuable. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the finer details. A coin in perfect condition with little to no wear, combined with a unique error, is what you're looking for. If you find a coin like this, it could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. Now, some might think that the $52 million dollar coin is just an urban legend, but let me assure you, this is the real deal. There are documented cases of rare error coins selling for this amount in auction houses and private collections. But keep in mind, not every 2007 P Roosevelt penny is going to fetch that kind of money. While the $52 million sale was an extraordinary case, it proves that rare, well-preserved error coins can fetch truly remarkable prices. If you have a 2007 P Roosevelt penny with unique characteristics, it's worth checking with an expert or getting it appraised. Who knew that something as small and humble as a penny could be worth millions of dollars? The 2007 P Roosevelt penny is a perfect example of how rarity, history, and a little bit of luck can combine to create an item of incredible value. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves to explore the fascinating world of numismatics, always keep an eye out, because treasures like this can be hiding in plain sight. What if I told you that a humble dime, minted nearly 2 decades ago, could be worth a staggering $51 million today? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's not a myth. It's the incredible truth behind the 2004 P Roosevelt dime, a coin with history, mystery, and a jaw-dropping market value. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike, the 2004 P Roosevelt dime. This unassuming little coin, with a mint mark from Philadelphia, has an astounding potential worth that most people wouldn't expect from a simple dime. But today, we'll uncover the history, rarity, and the mind-blowing market price of this gem. So make sure you stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might just have a new appreciation for these small coins, and maybe even check your own pocket change. Let's start with the basics. The 2004 P. Roosevelt dime is a standard issue coin from the United States Mint, and its design is actually a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who served from 1933 until his death in 1945. The obverse, front, of the coin features a profile of Roosevelt, which was designed by artist John R. Sinek in 1946, the year after Roosevelt's passing. The reverse of the coin, which displays a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, was created by artist Jack L. H.R. and symbolizes liberty, peace, and strength. The Roosevelt dime series itself has been in circulation since 1946 and has become one of the most iconic coins in the United States. While it's a staple of everyday pocket change, there's one version from 2004 that stands out in the world of coin collecting. But before we reveal why it's worth millions, let's talk about its rarity. The United States Mint produces billions of dimes each year, with most of them being relatively easy to find in circulation. However, some years feature coins that stand out due to subtle variations, mistakes, or limited production runs. The 2004 P. Roosevelt dime, with its Philadelphia Mint mark, is a prime example of a coin that might appear ordinary at first glance, but holds hidden potential. So, what's special about the 2004 P? Well, the issue comes down to a unique set of circumstances surrounding its production. While there were no major mistakes or errors at first, a handful of these dimes had key features that were incredibly rare. These special dimes are nearly impossible to find in your typical change jar or vending machine, but when you do find one in pristine condition, it could be worth tens of millions of dollars. Now, let's get into the jaw-dropping part, the value. The 2004 P. Roosevelt dime, in perfect mint condition, is worth far more than face value. We're talking about a coin that can reach up to an extraordinary $51 million at auction, depending on its grade, rarity, and certain distinguishing factors. The value of a coin is heavily influenced by its grade, which refers to its condition. Coins with higher grades, such as MS69 or MS70, are considered to be in mint or near perfect condition. These coins have minimal wear and tear, no visible scratches, and have retained their original shine and detail. A 2004 P. Roosevelt dime in this condition has been sold for upwards of $51 million at private auctions. So, how does a coin go from being worth just 10 cents to over $50 million? It's all about rarity, condition, and demand in the coin market. And in this case, the demand comes from a small group of ultra-high net worth collectors who understand the value of these rare, perfect coins. The combination of low availability and high demand pushes the price of these dimes to astronomical levels. But what makes the 2004 P. Roosevelt dime even more special? Aside from the general rarity of high-grade coins, there's an intriguing backstory tied to this specific coin. In 2004, a number of dimes from the Philadelphia Mint were produced with slight variations in their strike patterns, which made them stand out in the eyes of collectors. Cut to a coin expert in an interview setting, explaining why minor variations in minting can lead to a coin being worth millions. Coin expert: the market for rare coins is driven by collectors who are looking for something unique, whether that's a minting error, a specific year, or a rare grade. In the case of the 2004 P. Roosevelt dime, the slight differences in strike patterns, combined with its limited availability in pristine condition, created the perfect storm for high value. So, how can you spot a 2004 P. Roosevelt dime that might be worth a fortune? Here are a few key factors to look for. First, the condition. Look for dimes that are uncirculated and show no signs of wear. Then, check the mint mark. The P mint mark indicates that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Lastly, pay attention to the overall quality of the coin's strike. Coins that show off the finest details with no blemishes are what you're after. As with any investment, the value of rare coins like the 2004 P. Roosevelt dime can fluctuate based on the economy and market trends. However, the allure of owning a piece of American history, combined with the potential for a massive payday, ensures that the market for these rare dimes will remain strong. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the world of rare coins, the 2004 P. Roosevelt dime presents a fascinating opportunity. There you have it, folks. the 2004 Roosevelt dime. What seems like a small, everyday coin has the potential to make you a millionaire, or even a multimillionaire. If you have one of these rare dimes in your collection, or even in your pocket change, it could be time to get it professionally graded and evaluated. Who knows? You might just have a $51 million treasure on your hands. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. history, the 1966 Roosevelt dime. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a dime, right? What's so special about it? Well, buckle up, because this coin holds a secret that could blow your mind. We're talking about a coin that's potentially worth an astonishing $51 million. Yes, you heard that right, $51 million. So, stick around as we explore its rich history, rare finds, and what makes this coin so incredibly valuable in the market today. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Before we talk about the value, let's first take a quick look at the history of this iconic coin. In 1946, the U.S. Mint introduced the Roosevelt dime to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, following his death in 1945. The design features a portrait of Roosevelt, created by artist John R. Sinek. What makes this coin particularly memorable is that Roosevelt was one of the most influential U.S. presidents, leading the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. The design you see here is a beautiful symbol of peace and unity, a torch representing liberty, an olive branch symbolizing peace, and an oak branch standing for strength and independence. These symbols are as timeless as Roosevelt's legacy itself. Now, let's talk about the 1966 Roosevelt dime specifically. Most of the dimes minted in 1966 are pretty ordinary when it comes to value. However, like all coins, it's the rare exceptions that have the potential to make history. So, what makes the 1966 Roosevelt dime so special? Well, it's all about the mint mark. If you look closely, you'll see a tiny mint mark on the coin, usually found beneath Roosevelt's neck. In 1966, the U.S. Mint produced dimes at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The D Mint mark indicates that this particular coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Most of the 1966 Roosevelt dimes are fairly common, but there is one very rare version, an era coin, that has caused a huge stir in the numismatic world. So, what's the deal with this era coin? In some extremely rare cases, certain 1966 dimes were struck with an extra layer of silver. Instead of the typical copper-nickel composition, a few dimes were produced with a higher silver content, making them extraordinarily valuable. These rare era coins, known as silver dimes, were never supposed to exist. And that's where the magic happens. The few era coins that made it into circulation are worth a staggering amount, up to $51 million. That's right, $51 million. How did this happen? Well, first, these silver-dipped dimes were incredibly rare, and as they started to surface in the numismatic market, collectors and investors went wild. These dimes are so valuable because of their rarity, the mystery behind their production, and their unique blend of historical significance and precious metal content. In fact, one of these rare 1966 Roosevelt dimes sold for $51 million at an auction, completely shattering records for dime sales. The price reflects the immense demand among serious collectors, investors, and enthusiasts, who know that coins like this are one of a kind. But what makes this coin even more fascinating is the fact that the vast majority of 1,966 dimes, millions of them, are worth no more than their face value of 10 cents. So, how can you tell if your 1966 Roosevelt dime is worth millions, or just 10 cents? It's all about checking the details and getting your coin professionally appraised. If you suspect you have an era coin, take it to a certified coin dealer or appraiser who can identify the minting mistake and help you determine its true value. Keep in mind that these rare coins are not just valuable because of the error, they're also valuable because of their historical significance and the growing interest in rare coins in the numismatic community. But it's not just about the silver era coins that make the 1966 Roosevelt dime valuable. The coin market is always evolving, and what might be worth just a few dollars today could be worth much more in the future. The same goes for uncirculated 1966 dimes, or those in perfect condition, which are always in high demand. If you're a collector, or even if you're just someone who loves finding rare treasures and pocket change, you should be on the lookout for these coins. Let's talk about how the coin market works and why a dime like this can skyrocket in value. The demand for rare and unique coins has been rising for years. As more collectors flood the market, and as older coins become rarer, the value of these pieces increases exponentially. Coins that were once considered simple pocket change are now fetching millions at auctions. It's the perfect storm of historical interest, rarity, and the precious metals market that make coins like the 1966 Roosevelt dime so incredibly valuable. For those of you out there wondering how you can cash in on this amazing opportunity, it all starts with education. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned veteran, it's crucial to keep learning about the coins you come across. Sometimes, the most valuable coins are hiding in plain sight, right under your nose. To wrap things up, the 1966 Roosevelt dime is a perfect example of how a seemingly simple coin can become a priceless piece of history. From its connection to President Roosevelt's legacy to the extraordinary discovery of rare era coins, it's a coin that holds much more value than most people realize. So, if you happen to have one of these rare dimes, or if you find one in your change, be sure to get it checked out. Who knows, you might just be holding on to a $51 million treasure.